Darius Denson, FTE 217, week 4 assignment. For this assignment, I'm disassembling the weapon, and the disassembler AR-15, you use these pivot pins right here, this one in the back and this one in the front. So if you remove both of them, like how I got this folding and stuff, if I remove this one, it'll remove the whole upper receiver from the frame. But I already cleaned the weapon and stuff like that. I just had to retake because the first couple videos I made didn't like meet the required time limit. But if you look on the inside, the fire control group, I ordered up all the components for the inside and stuff, like the trigger, the hammer, spring, everything that sits on the inside. Really all the parts that may end up coming across dust or carbon buildup and stuff like that, I tried to remove it. While I did remove it, the same with the bolt carrier. I removed all the gunpowder and stuff from the bolt carrier because this is an important part of the gun to help it function. But on the inside is close to flawless with no debris or nothing on the inside. And I try using gun oil or any type of lubricant I can usually when it comes to cleaning the weapon, and it's just to really remove all the debris and dirt and stuff. Some gun oil right here, and I use my brush. So besides the bolt carrier or the inside components being clean, I'll just put the weapon back together and then dry fire and see how it functions, like from the safety to the trigger pulled, or seeing does the trigger reset when I cock it while the trigger is being held down. So that'll be my way of inspecting after cleaning. So it's showing the trigger works. So I hold it down while cocking it. Trigger resets after releasing. Now, see if the safety works. Pull it a couple times while on safe. The weapon is empty and no ammo in the area. Release the safety and pull the trigger still works. And if you have dummy ammo, that would be better to even show how it cycles from the feeding and extracting, ejecting steps and stuff like that. But a couple of things, like when it comes to ammo that can be cause for malfunctions, is like the ammo grain. For example, I had a friend where we had helped them build a 300 Blackout not too long ago, and the weapon was good as new, like brand new, never been used before, nothing. But anytime we'd fire it wouldn't cycle. It made failure to feed or failure to eject, or just really failure to eject. It would feed. So we was wondering what was the issue, and coming across a couple articles online, they pointed us to a certain grain of ammo that should be used. So after that, we used the ammo that we were referred to use and stuff like that, and the weapon just worked flawless ever since then. So we'll try to just go with certain ammo that the manufacturer or owners of that particular weapon says runs the best, and that can be like a small thing to fix when it comes to ammo problems and stuff. When it comes to customers and the gunsmith trying to teach them how to shoot, I feel like it's important, because if somebody's inexperienced and they feel like they want to learn more about firearm safety and stuff like that, it'd be best for somebody who's experienced to at least, give them a little bit of knowledge or heads up of what they think should be the right way to do, from the way the gun is being held to shooting a handgun, or even how you stand when you're shooting heavy artillery or automatics and stuff like that. And why is it so important to understand firearms? It's important because your life can depend on it. Like, say with a double action revolver and a single action revolver, one person may assume that they can just pull the trigger because they didn't do enough knowledge to understand the weapon. And what I'm trying to say, one revolver, you'll have to pull back the hammer to shoot it, but if you didn't have the experience and understanding of the weapon, you assume that you can just pull the trigger in the firearm and just work, when actually you had to pull the trigger back for it to work. Same way with shotguns, you'll have an inexperienced person that doesn't understand their firearm fully, and it can be a semi-automatic shotgun and a pump-action shotgun, and they'll pull the trigger and keep pulling it as if it was semi-auto, when each time the weapon is fired, it needs to be pumped. So understanding all the specific guns that you may own or want to own is important, because it's the only way you can really operate or use it to its full potential.